Now the thing is there is a brain thing you can select as your god in this for as the mind flayers. You know, that is one of the things, and of course Abolus, of course, too. But anyway, we're continuing. Happy Thursday. So this one, that. Hey, zombie, welcome back. Happy Thursday. So, somewhere in the year 2 of the Ascension Wars. We're only near 2. So, how are we doing? So, this is Gimpy. Gimpy the first spawn. He is an aboleth, right? He can enslave minds. He's got a soul leech. He can do theft of life as well. Nice ranges there. Let's see. A bit of experience stuff. He is unfortunately only aquatic, so he can't go onto land. We can probably work on that at some point. Blessed, of course. Nice research. Oof. Anyway. So we got 4 water, 8 astral, and 3 glamour for mage stuff. That's our fearless leader. And we're currently sitting at our capital, moving through with our main army to conquer some more of the ocean. This is Fothix, our main slave prince. He's an Atlantean shambler. He's got some items. He's got anemone mace. Also using an ice aegis as a shield, and he's using the boots of behemoth. And basically, he's to trample anything smaller than him. Sizes there, and they actually tell you what the sizes are, right? So sizes: 1 is bug size, 2 is the size of a dog, 3 is human. So if he runs into humans, he can trample them. Horses are 5, giants are 6 or more, and then of course bigger and bigger. So anyway, he can trample anything smaller than him, which is basically humans, which is good because that's what we want him to do. And we were supposed to actually reposition him in his thing so we could do that because he gets too far back. We want him to trample things, so if he dies, can we get another one? Hey, Shiro, welcome back. So we get that, and so anyway, so his main troops were using slave guardians, which are amphibians. They built a slave society around dissidents. The slaves are used. So these are, I don't know what they are. Frogmen. I think they're technically frogs. It doesn't really say, but I think they're frogs. It doesn't say. But anyway, so they can go, land and sea. And then we have these slave guardians as well, and these are tritons. And these are amphibious as well. What they do is they swim. When they're in the water, they have tails, and when they go onto land, they ditch their tails and grow legs. So that's how that's supposed to work. So this army is actually amphibious, which is good. Gimpy's army is mostly aquatic. He's leading the Scrambler thralls. These are magical slaves. They're mindless. And you have to have a special stat in order to lead magical troops. He can leave it up to 405 magical troops, but only 75 regular troops. Oh, and he's got these things. The Polypal spawns. We're getting these from Grandma. Polypal mother. We have a grandmother, Polypal grandmother here in our capital who is producing these little guys. Are they good in combat? No, but they're there. We got a mass of them with us. These are shark tribe tritons. These guys are not amphibious, they're aquatic, so I guess those other ones aren't tritons. These are special ones, maybe. They actually have armor. They dual wield knives. Oh yeah, I learned that dual wielding actually is a thing in this game. Like Mr. Fothix up here, he can actually dual wield and be actually decent at it because he's ambidextrous. I noticed. Nice protection. Where is it? There it is. Ambidextrous. So, reduces attack skill penalty when wielding 2 or more weapons. Attack skill penalty from wielding multiple weapons depends on the length of the weapons. Again, he only has the mace right now and the shield. So if we get a second offhand thing, second good weapon, we might give it to him for dual wielding. See how it goes. Anyway, and these are our nice little Gibadies. These are basically archer aboleths, little guys. They do little mind blasts at a range of 100, decent amount of damage. They're basically our archers for the most part. Unfortunately, they are only aquatic. But they are sacred, so that means they get all kinds of bonuses, right? Do they? So they can be blessed and only require half the usual cost to maintain, so those are, good to have around. And then he's using 5 Shamblers as bodyguards. And then we have Vukruls, who's moving with Gimpy. He's got his little bodyguard. Now, Vukruls is the maybe dying. He's a Mind Lord. We have a couple of Mind Lords. Him and I think the Spiridor? Or is it Ring Song's the other one? I think Ring Song's the other one. And Ring Song's actually our prophet because he's a special Mind Lord. So, that. But anyway, these guys sit back. They do Soul Age. They do their enslaved mind stuff, basically try to control things. They work in similar ways, but aboleths are ancient beings from the dawn of time. Mind flayers come from a different timeline. They are where they traveled to the past. There you go. That's not confusing. So anyway, we have Vukruls and then Ring Song. Yeah, Ring Song is our prophet. Yeah, there's our prophet. So what's the prophet do? Prophet gets increased attack and defense skill in addition to the Dominion-related bonuses on a pretender god. Prophets can never be charmed or enslaved, blah, blah, blah. There can only be one prophet at a time. So that's Ring. Ring is pretty much sitting in our capital just doing research for us. And there's some other minor units. Gimpy, of course. There's Vukruls. And then this is our priest? Mage. This guy's a mage. He's just flying around for fun. Supporting us. Okay. So it doesn't help that some lures have mind flayers work with aboleth. See? It's not confusing. Anyway, as you can see, the little yellowish, greenish line represents the extent of our dominion. We control, what is that, six provinces in the water and 1 on land, which we are currently building palisades, which will allow us to build fort and stuff afterwards. And it may actually allow us to recruit better troops up here too, I think, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, we're currently recruiting humans to defend this province. We could send some Shamblers up there to help, but I don't feel like doing that right now. When are they working together? When they're working together, who is mind controlling whom? No one knows, and that's what makes it really confusing. Anyway, research. We're currently researching alteration level 4. And alteration level 4 will get us water stuff here. So access to liquid body, quickness slow, encase in ice, and woven winter. What is woven winter? This is a province with dramatic fall in temperature. The mage can target any province of his choice, and those affected will not know who has cast this spell upon them. So basically, try to freeze something, a province. Anyway, get access to that. There's no arcane at level 4, but there's death, Stygian skin. Caster drenches his skin in Stygian water, making him almost impervious to physical damage. Only living beings may be affected by the spell. So that'd be a good thing for some of our mages, I think, or some of our bigger aboleths. And then actually after we get to level 4, so we're not really getting a lot out of 4, but that's because we're working up to alteration 5 after that, I think, because alteration 5 is more water stuff. Arcane Baleful Star invokes the great Maleficent and forces the evil star to take a conjunctive position in the heavens above one province, causing unfortunate events and evil deeds to occur. Anyone exposed to the evil star risks getting cursed for the rest of their life. Yeah. I think we're still working through control, rewrite control. Caster alters magic bonds of magical being, making it serve him instead of its own creator. Water, water. More water. Here we go. Doom, Will of the Fates, Enchanted Walls. Will of the Fates. Will of the Fates negates the first successful strike against the ones protected by the spell. requires some pearls, though, but it's the entire battlefield, so... Arcane domination. Magical bonds to all magic beings on the battlefield, making them serve him instead of their creators. That requires some pearls. Hey, Chris, welcome back. Is this game any good? You're coming from Master of Magic. Do you think you'd like this? Probably. It's got a lower res. It's not a game that's based on the looks and the sound effects. It's more about stuff. I think it might be a little bit more complex. I mean, there's magic that you have to research, but instead of, it's the same general idea. Like you have your mages, focus on certain types of magic groups like water or fire or arcane, that kind of stuff, or death. And then you research individual, types of magic, the schools themselves, and these determine the spells you get access to. So, in this case, like alteration that we're looking at, we're up to what, 7. So, in order to cast Doom, you need 4 level. Your mage would need level 4 Astral. If they want to do Will of the Fates, you need level 5. And then you have some spells that require 2 things, like Army of Gold. You need 5 Earth Magic and 1 Fire, or Army of Lead, 5 Earth and 1 Astral. So that kind of stuff. So the magic system's a little more complex. Let's play Heroes of Magic 3, so yeah, well. So, but this is, the cool thing about this is that you are, you're playing a pretender god who's trying to take over the world. That's the general concept of the game. And your pretender god, there's tons of pretender gods to choose from. And in this case, we have chosen, where are we? Gimpy. So, he's the first spawn. Basically, this is the Mind Flayer faction. These guys are actually capable of controlling other things' minds and making them do what we want, or at least fight for us, right? And you can see all kinds of different stats, different kinds of stuff. And right now we're underwater faction, and a lot of our units can only stay on the water. And in order to conquer the land, which we kind of need to do, we need to get the correct type of factions that are in the water that are actually amphibious too. You start with them with some troops that are amphibious, but as you go around the oceans, you can find more, and you use your amphibious units to get onto land and conquer land provinces, and you use those units to conquer more units or conquer more provinces with stuff. So again, there's some complexity here, and Dominion, of course, is important. And anyway. But generally, I think if you like Master Magic or Heroes of Might and Magic? That's not right. Heroes of Might and Magic. There we go. You'll probably like this. Is the diplomacy somewhat? Let's see. Global enchantments. Where are we? Pretenders, Hall of Fame, score graphs, Nation 8, review. Messages, read messages. Where's diplomacy? I don't do a whole lot of diplomacy, as you can tell. I think it's under, not nation overview. Options. Research. Pretenders of the world. There we go. So, you can see these guys are currently apprehensive. You can declare war and propose a non-aggressive pact. So we can do that. Just to give them a false sense of safety. So we'll try to do that and see if that works. I don't know how this... I don't do a whole lot of diplomacy in this, because this is not really... This is just like Master Magic. This isn't about getting victory through making friends. It's through dominating everybody. So diplomacy is just a sidetrack to keep them busy while you do what you want to do. It's that kind of thing. So yes, the diplomacy exists, but how effective it is questionable. Anyway, let's see. Oh, this is one of our This is a Shambler Chief. He is currently recruiting or building up his army. He's going to be sitting here, and his job is going to be to, try to take over some more land provinces because amphibious. Oh, and this is one of our polypod mothers. These are basically, they don't move. They just sit there and they produce these little worms, or what are they called? The spawns. They're little, tadpoles. They don't really do anything. They're cannon fodder at best. So, and she just, every turn she generates some of these, and she's using the bodyguards, that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, here we are actually recruiting some more shamblers. Again, these guys are amphibious, so they have claws, decent health. They're good little troops. Anyway, we're going to be using them to, hopefully hit the shoreline. 110, though. That's probably not going to happen anytime soon. They've got a lot of enemies, but we don't have to worry about them because they don't come in the water. But we do have other provinces out here that do have stuff, and that's where our main force is moving to. Okay, here's our scout pole. Instead of a tadpole, he's a scout pole, and he's currently, just scouting for us. Where should we go? Oh, in the world. It's the world's wrapping north and south and east and west. So this is actually the world as we know it, this section. And I don't know why they displayed it this way, but that's the way it is. And so it's very confusing when you zoom out, but when you zoom in, that's really the world as we know it. Where should we send our scout pole? So one big ocean right now. $37. I think you'll wait for a sale before. Yeah, that's the downside to this series is the games tend to be a little expensive, and that's because it is an independent title. There's only 2 developers, and this is their passion. So yeah, it is a little expensive, but I think I'm enjoying it. So I've been playing it since. Well, sorry, I shouldn't say since. I first started playing Dominions at Dominions 2. I skipped 3 for whatever reason. I picked up 4, played that for a little while, skipped 5, and now I'm back on 6. I can't give you good reasons why I skipped the odd numbers, other than I didn't know about 1. It was actually a friend of mine introduced me to 2 way back when, and he let me borrow his CD for a while, and I loved the game, and I went out and bought my own copy, and I've been playing the game off and on through the last couple of 10, 15 years, whatever it's been. Anyway, you're going that way to go explore, and that's pretty much it for us. So next turn. Yes, we know. So another turn gets processed. So this is our capital. It's being guarded by Ringsong Kavda, who is a smaller aboleth, and of course Zona Nile, our grandmother. Again, she's just producing them in this line here, I think, is where we don't have to worry about it. Normally when you recruit troops, they show up on the top line here, but I think because of her, they're going automatically here for her, I think. That's what it looks like. Because she's doing research. So, copies of the Endless games, which is downloading now. You ever play Endless Legend? I have, and I've played both of those. I like Endless Legend, not a fan of Endless Space. Okay, so, messages. We had no messages. Okay. Okay, and here, let's see. While we're here, I wanted to transfer this armor to this guy because he doesn't have his crappy armor. So his protection. See, our Thothics are a major, or our #1 slave prince, Atlantean Shambler, came with the meteorite armor, which is protection 18, which gives him a full protection of 21. Because he got the shield, cap, using the mace, so he's good. And then our little friend here, he's got the new armor, so we get his protection up to 22. He's got a whole club and a claw to use in combat. And hopefully he doesn't die. But his job is to actually stay behind the troops, right? Yeah, he stays behind the troops while they go do their stuff. Speaking of, they go there. Oh, and your little armies, you put them into different groups depending on what your commander is capable of leading. In this case, he's able to lead 2 groups in his army without penalty. Currently, he's at 1 of 2. And then once you have them there, you can move them around. Sometimes they have formation choices. In this case, box formation or skirmish. We lose my box. And they can give them orders on what to do. In this case, they are attacking the closest enemy, but you get the different choices here, and what they're capable of doing affects what the choices are. Did you see the Gimpy stream of Star Sector? Oh, you notice my lack of Space 4X content. You seem to favor fantasy. As I played Star Sector yesterday. I do science fiction stuff too. It goes in rotations. Like I do Star Sector. I've done Starfield earlier or late last year. I do X4. If you're familiar with that game, there's a nice Star Wars mod for that I've done many hours into. I do science fiction too. It's just right now we're in a heavy fantasy rotation is all. That's the way it goes. And Star Sector has this nice little mod that turns it kind of into a 4X too. Like, yes, you have colonies to manage and all this other fun stuff. Conquer worlds and while you're fighting your battles in space too. So Star Sector, highly recommended. Another good independent game. Really not super well known yet. And it should be. But the reason you don't really know about it because it's not on Steam or any of the big distributors, because that's what the devs don't want to do. So anyway, got the main army. So we're headed up here to South Bever. It's owned by independents. Okay, there we go. Contains 9 enemy units, consists of mainly slave trolls. A huge mind lord has been towering over the enemy. The army appears to be commanded by blah blah blah, the mind lord who radiates power. So this will be interesting to see how badly this goes for us. But anyway, that's where we're going with the main army. It'll be fine. Then up here, Palisades. We have three turns left on that one. And of course, this province has squat for resources, command points, recruitment points, stuff. So we're in the process of recruiting all these units here. I already have one commander and a priest. Coming back and you'll have your 7 games. So yeah. You're not going to die? No, I don't think we're going to die. Maybe. I'm sure it'll be fine. Will you survive that battle? See, look. 8 Ball's never wrong, right? Population resources. Need more resources here. Okay, so good. We still have to go up here. Sea Troll and a Kraken over here, but we'll see how this fight goes first. As far as this goes, I'm not really recruiting anybody here. How much money? We have 700 gold to spend. We need more research. So Abadai, you're a priest. No, you're a priest who does research. And you have death magic. You guys. Possibility of grabbing death magic out of a mind lord. Same here. 15 research. 15. So we want the death magic because more stuff to do. Okay, so regular Abadai. Unless we go the regular mage. 13. But it's only water and astral. Possible death. We definitely want the death. So, recruit him. So, Gibboleth and Gibbetai. So, what's the difference? These guys do a Mind Blast. Gibboleth is a young aboleth who has survived the spawn age and grown independent of the mother. It has begun to shed its scales, but it's not just blah, blah, blah. So no magic out of that one. These are sacred. These are better because of the sacred stuff. They get bonuses and stuff. So we'll recruit some more of these. It's 50 gold versus, yeah, they're more expensive. Okay. Oh, thank you, Recruits. And you didn't actually, all you have to do is just type in YouTube. You don't have to type it out. There. That way you know it's right, because I'm not sure that typing it out works through Cruels. But that's the easiest way. But thank you. These are all moving. There we go. Defend, defend. And scout pole has reached here. Again, just scouting stuff. Go there. That's it. All set. Next turn. Yes, end the turn. Our herald sent to Ur has returned. Proposed peace non-vote between blah blah has been accepted. So, yay, peace. Well, non-aggression pact has been accepted. So, oh, look at us being diplomatic and stuff. And we have a battle in South Bever. It's been conquered by our forces. None of our leadership died. I lost a spawn, a Triton, some slave guardians, and the troll. We enslaved a troll, who then got a. We enslaved apparently 2 trolls, and one of them got a kill. And they're it was just a regular Mind Lord. He had 15 kills, you bastard. Okay, now we get to view the battle. Now be impressed with, here we go, Chris. This is the impressive part of the game. Combat is all automated, based on the commands we gave our troops. This is exciting stuff. Heavy sarcasm. Detail battle log there, so you can see up in the upper left-hand corner what's actually going on. These are the bad guys over here. Where are they all? Oh, that's right, there's not many of them. There's the trolls. So, slave troll. And what we can do here is see what Gimpy's been up to. We click on him, then we hit V, and this is his actual personal log. Fatigue, he's using a ranged weapon. Blah, blah. Hit the slave troll for 28 damage to the head. Stuff. So he's just doing damage. Now these guys aren't moving. Are they fighting? Or yeah, they're fighting. Oh, there's our glorious. These are Phothics, and what's he doing? He has done nothing. He's done nothing. I put him in the front, and he's done nothing. Gimpy's moving forward. This guy belong to us? He must be mind controlled. So we mind controlled this troll. And basically there's morale and stuff, so once you get morale low enough on enemy forces and stuff, they run away. Or you just kill them. Oh, and apparently there's a big multiplayer community for this game too. Apparently that's where it really shines, is multiplayer. But I don't do multiplayer, so I don't know. So that's their leader here, getting his ass kicked, I'm guessing. He's down to 19 hit points, and look at all the stuff he's done. He's responsible for many kills. So all his trolls are gone. Now we're just beating them up. These are our mind-controlled trolls. I don't think they stay with us, though. It'd be nice if they did. But we might be able to recruit trolls from this region once we take it. Fingers crossed. Troll. Oh, that's a trike. Troll. Slave troll. Nice health. So they get regeneration 10%. Underwater regeneration 10%. Regenerate wounds while underwater. Regenerative creatures heal some of their wounds after every combat round, and they have a reduced risk of getting permanent afflictions. And imminent beatings are not affected by underwater regenerate. I can't read. Anyway, it's got a coral glaive, a little bit of damage there, and armor and a hat. And they're amphibians. Doesn't need to eat. Dark vision, slave, and experience. So, I hope we get to keep him. How many hit points on the aboleth? He's got 47 left. He's got soul leech. I think this does. It's a life drain, so it transfers back to him, I think. So that's why it's taken a while to kill him. Speed it up a little. Yeah, see, he's healing. And Gimpy would do this. Oh, there's Gimpy right there. Nope, wait a minute. Yeah, there's Gimpy right there. Gimpy's got soul leech too. But he's at 200 hit points. So more than likely this guy was about 200 hit points at the start. Somewhere around that area, because it's the same. There he goes. So lots of hit points and the ability to life drain. So not strong. So anyway. Unexpected event in good water. People are starting to worship false pretenders in the secrecy of their homes. Dominion reduced by 2. Troops in South Korea are starving badly due to lack of supplies. The troops must get more supplies or they will surely die. So there's no supplies? We're using supplies. Oh, we're using more supplies than the produces here. Is produced here. Anything fun? So no trolls here. Need a temple. You're a priest. Build a temple. So, again, supply use is 264, but only 256. So 30 enemy units down there. 80 there. 70 here. Amber Clan Guards. What's down here? Shark Tribe. Tritons. Here, so we don't starve to death. See, supplies is 437 there. So we don't know what the supplies are in the different spots. Oh, these are 80. Oh, there's the trolls. We did keep the trolls. Mindless and non-mindless can't mix. So these guys mindless? They're slave. They don't eat. So these are the mindless ones. And they're amphibians. So let's go here. There we go. So I have the trolls join them because these are all amphibious units. Need more trolls. How do we get more trolls? Moving. Actually, Gimpy and Vukrils are going to search for magic sites to see what's here. Have the main army move out of here, though. Actually, no, we don't want to do that, do we? Having them move back, because we know there's enough supplies here to keep them going. We don't know we're going to get down there. Anyway, so building a temple, searching for magic sites, and going from there. Then up here. Hold an attack. Closest enemies, of course. And we'll put you guys up front. Wow, they can only do skirmish formation. The infantry suck. These
infantry
are,
stopping.
No, not that. So, recruiting more stuff. Again, militia and light infantry. Not good units. So, anyone to know if there are more hidden magic sites in the province? No, you have to bring in the appropriate mages, because your people that are searching for magic can only find stuff that's appropriate to their skills. So in this case, Gimpy can only find water, astral, and glamour stuff. If there's death or something like that, he can't find it. But Vukrils can. Sorry, Vukrils has earth magic, so he can find that. And then this one has death magic, so he's actually going to stay here. I'll have him search for magic too. So that's how that works. You have to have the appropriate magic types in order to find a magic site that matches that. So in this case, the Highland Ocean, Underwater Cliff. This is, earth magic. So earth gems are here, and that's because Vukrils probably found that one because he's got that stuff. And of course, this is what we have at our home province automatically. Don't even have to search for it. And we just recruited another one of these guys. So your battle orders are cast a specific spell. And dust, spirit cursed, death, skeletal body, weakness. Arcane bolt. See, this is because he's got the death in there. He gets all kinds of stuff. Oh, he's also a priest. So, blessing. Specific spell. Skeletal body. Then skeletal piercing weapons, hidden caster will do less damage. You can also do ice shield. To protect them from harm, the shield will randomly block about half of the attacks against this person. So ice shield. That's a specific spell. Oh, body ethereal. Obstacles and non-magical weapons usually pass through his body without harming it, so that. And once he's done casting the spells, we'll have him cast spells or do his other stuff. You can do Life Drain, Mind Blast, and Theft of Life. So we'll have him do. We found this out the last week. Was it Sunday? I think we found out on Sunday that in order to do this stuff, this is their range attacks. So if you set them to fire, which is range attacks, this is what they use: the Mind Blast and Theft of Life. So that's what we're going to set him to do instead of casting spells, which you can't do. For the time being, we'll have him just do fire and keep distance on rearmost enemies, because that's usually their command people. So killing their command people is usually, a good thing. See, fire rear, keep distance, ring, fire rear, keep. That's all he does. That's all she does too. Anyway, this is our home place. So you can stand. Actually, stand over here. Okay, that's your job in combat. But out here, your job is to magic items we can make. So this is stuff that we've been able to make before. Oh, bow. A black bow of bow tough. It's a ranged weapon, cost 5 death gems. Range of 45, precision 5, ammunition 12. Does feeble mind. Shield. Nice Aegis, we can make those. Nothing special here yet. Shambler skin armor allows you to breathe water or breathe underwater. Air and water. Why doesn't Gimpy have one of these? Because he can't wear it. The aboleths can only wear like rings and stuff like that. They can't actually wear items. Is this the music from the game, or do you have something else on? Because I quite like it. This is the music from the game, yes. Fish scale boots. This is both run on water and swim in it with surprising speed. Deal there. Items, skull, holy water, water breathing, ring of frost. And this is this is experience per turn. Need more skulls, so for your first turn, we'll have you do that. And our income is 836, so yeah, we have a couple more months here. Temple's being built this turn, so I think we're done. Scout pole. Don't go into the desert. That'd probably be bad for you being a, amphibian. Did I recruit these guys? I don't remember recruiting these guys, but attack, rearmost enemies. I don't remember recruiting them. Where'd they come from? I have no idea where those came from. Again, I have no idea where those guys came from. I didn't summon them. And that's not what's recruited in this province, so I don't know. Next turn. He's fine. The alteration has been completed. That was alteration 4. It's now going to work on construction levels 4 and 5. 5 will get us more the ability to make better magic items. I'm not really worried about the spells too much. I mean, if you're doing earth magic or the appropriate stuff, sure, but we're doing it's mostly for the magic item stuff. And as you can see, go all the way to uniques. Long way to go. 4 and 5. After that, what are we going to do? I'm going to go back to alteration, right? Time stop, arcane decree, wish, arcane domination. The fates, what's this? No fates negates the first successful strike now. So where's the one to, is alteration the wrong one? Is it enchantment? Arcane nexus. Unraveling. Let's see, look, witchcraft. There's a death mage to discover the means to remove his own viscera and place it in a jar, killing himself. So you can turn yourself into a lich. We're going to have to do that one of these days. This one, thaumaturgy. Enslave sea trolls. There we go. So summon 5 sea trolls. Yes, Avalich. That's a lot of death magic, though. Gimpy doesn't know how to do that. That's a big investment into death magic that he doesn't really have, maybe. So maybe this is it. Master and slave. Master can rolling the free from his foes and turning them into his loyal thralls. Thralls will aid the caster until they die. There is no way to break free once enslaved by the spell. This is what we want, isn't it? The Nexus Gate. Portal near the Nexus. Nexus connect to all active Nexus gates. So that's a construction thing to invest in. Soul Drain, Astral Travel. Enslave Mind. Gimpy already does that, though. He has that ability. Imprint Souls. Is this the one? The province will have their minds gradually broken down. When they are entirely lobotomized, their minds will be imprinted with religious zeal towards their rightful pretender god. When the conversion is complete, they will attack the province in an attempt to conquer it and serve their god. This skill can magic items can help and make it be more successful. Soul Slay. This is a combat spell. Takes a long time to cast it. Very tiring. Magic resistance negates easily. Doesn't affect mindless beings, doesn't affect friendly units. And these aren't mollusks. Else you'll be at most a spiral shell with necrotic powers. Conjuration good for anything? Water stuff. Light of the North Star. Don't care. Call the Eater of the Dead. Call Abomination. So Gimpy can do this one without any real work. Abomination for the Nether Plains. Beast is huge and horrible to behold, capable of shredding the minds of weaker beings with its gaze. Someday. Your spell let you sink an entire region. That sounds handy for aquatics. I don't know what that would be. Wish. Project his own will upon the principle of beginning. The caster can affect the very essence of creation and receive an answer to his wish. Many things to wish for, but the outcome is not always good. If you want something good and safe, you can try wishing for an artifact or magic gems. So the sinking of the ocean. What would that be under? Alteration? I don't remember where that was. Wave Warriors. Well, obviously it's a water spell, but what's the actual magic type? The magic schools are the basics. Conjuration, alteration, evocation, construction, enchantment, thaumaturgy, and blood magic. So maybe construction? Nah, it's not going to be under construction. It's too easy. Alteration? Gooey water. Fire resistance freeze. It's going to be a higher level spell, right? Desert stuff there. List thaumaturgy in this game. I don't know. Thaumaturgy is the communion stuff, horror mark, bonds of fire, calm emotions. So it looks like mental type stuff, except for the birds. Mind vessel. There we go. It was mined in a human-like vessel that has been bred for this purpose. After the ritual, the vessel will have little left of its own mind, and the aboleth will guide it along the merging of the minds. The vessel will be able to use its old magic knowledge as well as the astral knowledge of the aboleth. So that's actually what I want to work on. Spiritor, welcome back. You survived being a panelist on the webinar. Time to zone out. Curse of the Desert.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break. Go check on the dogs.
Okay.
Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay. So I'm not seeing anything about sinking stuff into the underwaters type stuff, or sinking the land into the water. I remember seeing that, but I don't remember where it was. Is this a new run? This is from the last session. This is from Sunday. So anyway, we wanted to do thaumaturgy up to 3. Or not. I already have Thermitid. Why is it showing up there? Is it? Oh, it's already there. Never mind. We have what we need here. If I need a list of spells, I know. That's the problem. You'd think enchantment. Take a break as soon as we find this spell. Earth Shatter Hammers. I only assume the spell is high. Yeah, I think it's high level. But the question is, what's the definition of high level here? That is his blessing. Allows him to breathe underwater. Wrath of the Sea. The sea will rise and flood all coastal provinces within a few months. Provinces that are struck by the flood that will have their income and population growth reduced. Once the enchantment is gone, the flooded provinces will slowly start to return to normal. I think that's it. Wrath of the Sea. What's Quagmire? I don't know. But I think this is it. Wrath of the Sea. Just a second. I should probably take my break, but I think this is it. I think we want to go to enchantment up to 8. If we want to do that. But it doesn't sound permanent. That's the problem. What does Leviathan do? It summons a Leviathan. Is a dead, rotting asp turtle given false life by a necromancer. The beast is possessed by a spirit from the underworld, so it's an undead turtle. Quagmire. Where was Quagmire? It's a necromancer. Yes, it's a necromancer. Where was Quagmire? Oh, there it is. I don't think this is going to be it. Water will start to seep from the ground that will quickly become soft and difficult to traverse. This is a combat spell, so this isn't a really big deal. It's just for it's basically grease. So anyway, we want enchantment 8. If we want to, I don't know if that's super helpful though. Wrath of the Sea. It's 70 gems. Within a few months, provinces that are struck by the flood will have their income and population growth reduced. Once the enchantment is gone, the flooded provinces will slowly start to return to normal. Provinces with lakes will get income minus 30 and population growth. I don't think that's going to do what we hopes it to do. It's not really sinking it. That's just flooding it. Anyway, I got to take a break. And we'll go for this when I get back. So, anyway. You can get up, stretch the legs, get some water, see what Mrs. Gimpy and Rocket are up to. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.